Hello, it's Russ Curtis, Professor of Counseling. Let's rethink counselor education because the 3,000% increase in public college tuition in the last 40 years is ridiculous. This is a disruptible market and it needs to be disrupted. And maybe we can actually take the first step in creating a better system here. The problem with tuition costs, there's a lot of problems with that, but if you think about, and this is minimal, you have $20,000 in debt when you finish college or graduate school, whatever, at a typical 4.5% interest rate times 10 years, that's $212 a month for 10 years. And that's stressful. Having that payment when you're trying to pay rent or buy a home or to pay a car, and then maybe you're going to have a kid or maybe a parent needs to go into a retirement facility. It's just too expensive and it doesn't need to be. We don't have research backing up why our programs are 60 hours. So let's look at, this would be my idea of what a program could look like. And so 1 year counseling program. First semester, we'd have ethics and professional orientation. That would include both school and clinical. Now, with every class, there would be a practical applied component, each one would be practical and applied for school and clinical. So helping skills, cross-cultural, positive psychotherapy. I think we're missing a huge piece of the information needed in the behavioral health world if we don't understand the science behind happiness. So I think positive psychotherapy is a mandatory class, and I'm so glad that our university offers it and our program does. Second semester, we'll take theories and techniques. We're going to make that very applicable. And how do we apply that in different settings? The DSM, we need to know the language that we speak and understand the different types of disorders and how they can show up. Crisis counseling, trauma counseling, if you want to add that in there, of course, is needed. And the internship, one internship, 300 hours. Now, I would like to move to CACREP being research-backed guidelines and not requirements. And what would happen is you might still be a member of CACREP, and it would be more of a consulting agency. So they could meet with you, you would write a report, and they would talk to you about, hey, these might be some creative ways that we can reach some research-backed things that we know students need to know before entering the field. So it make it more of a collaboration. And I do think for admissions, we need to assess for emotional interpersonal intelligence. And clearly that is controversial. We would need to show good data suggesting that people higher in emotional interpersonal intelligence are more professional, better counselors and so forth. I suspect there's some research out there, but I think just from a common sense standpoint, we need people with high EQ and IQ here to help in this profession. And if we are really serious about increasing inclusivity with our field, we want to lower costs and time to enter the field. How many people look at this 20,000 in debt? And that's very minimal. A lot of people are looking at much more than that and say, there's no way I can do that field. So if we were to take steps like this, I think that we could become more inclusive. And frankly, for me, morally, can we charge this much? Can we put people in debt for 10 years when they're getting out? And I failed to add this, when we're getting out and the average clinical counselor salary, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, is around $55,000. And so I don't know how you do that morally, but let's rethink counselor education. I'm hoping this video will create some discussion and I'll create more videos as a result. I'm sure I always get great feedback from y'all, so I look forward to hearing from you. But I think this is a disruptible market, higher ed in general, but the counselor education system as well. So let's make some advancements here that benefit everybody. All right, good people. We'll talk to you in the next video. Take good care.